So what was it I was going to say we'd done the other day? Well, it wasn't so much what we'd done, it's who we'd caught up with, who we'd met up with. Now I'm going to show you a picture, and I took this picture out, so I'll show it now. And we took this picture when we went to see them. Question is, do you recognize them? Of course, it's Dick and Angel of Escape to the Chateau fame. Now, how the heck, you're probably wondering who are they? Well, if you don't know who they are, they're an English couple who went across to France. They bought a dilapidated chateau and they transformed it and created a fantastic life for their two kids and themselves and her mother and father as well, and a whole team of people. Just absolutely fabulous. And they did it all on a TV show here in England called Escape to the Chateau. So I wonder where I got Escape to the Dream House from. Yeah, it's not quite a chateau, is it? An Escape to the Terrace House doesn't have quite the same kudos, does it? So anyway, we went to see them. They came on tour. They came on tour and they came to Leeds, and we went to see them a couple of years ago. Now, it was kind of COVID time, and normally they hang around and say hello to people and all the rest of it, but they said they couldn't. And what they did was they put up an email on the screen of the stage and said, drop us an email, tell us you came, and we'll be in touch. So we did it, we sent it off. Now, I found out the other day, I think 2 days ago, how fortuitous this was. And do you know when sometimes things align and, you know, it's, I don't know, the universe sort of knocking on your door a few times, and you've got to kind of listen. When you get 1, 2, 3 messages, you know, you should be listening. So we're driving in France, and the interior designer, Sally, is looking for a different email. Okay, so we sent this email off, and sort of 8 months later, we hadn't really heard anything at all from Dick and Angel as to what it was for and all the rest of it. And we kind of forgotten about it. Anyway, Sally was looking for a different email, and while she was looking, she spotted something in spam. So she was looking in the spam because she couldn't find this email. She spotted something that had just come in, and it was from Escape to the Chateau. And it said, you've got some dates available if you want to come and see us at the chateau. At the chateau. And Sally's reading this out and she said, oh, we've got something from Dick and Angel, Escape to the Chateau. And it says if choose a date to go. What do you reckon? And I said, we're going. I don't care what the date is. We'll shuffle it. We're going. Let's go say hello. Let's go see their, you know, amazing place. And let's just do it. She said, oh, well, hang on. There's a link to a calendar. And there's some dates here, and there's not many left. And I said, I don't care. Have you got one? Yes, got one. And we booked it. And back it came saying, yeah, well done, thanks. You booked your appointment. We'll see you at the chateau on this day. And it was last summer, last June. And, you know, we thought, right, well, we need to go over there. So we went over there, and all the way we were thinking, God, I don't know if this is really happening. Do you think this is really real? Because we're not too sure. Anyway, we sort of arrived, stayed at a little chambre d'hôte the night before. And then in the morning, we were meant to be going, I think for about 11 o'clock, but we were up early. And we got some breakfast, and then we sort of drove, and we thought, right, let's find out where it is. So we did that. If you've ever seen the show, that bit where you go down the road and then you sort of turn right into it. And we stuck our nose in, just to see, you know, if there was anyone there, really, or if it looked deserted, because we still didn't know if it was on. Anyway, stuck the nose down, and I went, I just said, reverse, reverse, reverse. He's on the drive, Dick's on the drive. Get out of here, we shouldn't be here, we shouldn't be here. So we sort of like reversed back onto the road and skedaddled off and went, right, well, look, he's there. So we'll come back at 11 when we're meant to be there, not at 9:30, way too early and what have you. So yeah, that was kind of, oh God, I think it's on, I think it's on, I think it's on. So we go back at 11 and we do the same thing. Turn in, you see there's other cars and you think, whew. And then you get, you know, funneled off into a field and you park in a field and there's quite a few people there, which is kind of what we were expecting, as in it's a bit of an open day sort of thing. It wasn't a personal, I know, I was gutted too. It wasn't a personal invite for a sort of long weekend stay and all that. No, it was like an open day sort of thing. So we go and we're into the field and we park up, and as we're walking out, like the guys who've been directing it, I just went, I'm sure it's Steve the roofer. And he went, oh yeah, yeah. And so before we got out of the car park, I'd had about a 20-minute chat with him about roofing type stuff and how long it had taken and all the rest of it. And it had taken him, I think it was about 9 months, he said, to do that roof. And I said, you know, beautiful job and it's great stuff. And he was great. So we then come out of there and you come around the sort of buildings and you're there. And we had a fantastic day. They're so generous with their time, because when you get there, there's a group of, I don't know, 30 or 40 people sort of thing. And they just say, right, look, the first thing we're going to do is take photos of everyone, one by one sort of thing, or family by family, whatever it is, here in front of the chateau. So don't worry, we're not going to do anything else until everyone's got the photo. So in the meantime, whilst people were having it done, you could have a wander around orangerie, round the back, sides, whatever, into the walled garden. You could just wander around, just fantastic. But we get a photo taken before we are shown around, and Angel took people round talking about the decor and all that sort of thing. So obviously Sally was going for that. And Dick took everyone round where I got to ask questions like, where's the foul water pipe? How do you get the electric? How have you arranged the heating? And all those sort of things. So it was great. A couple of tours, wandered around for an hour or two and take it all in. Brilliant. Now, I say we took the photo outside. And so what I did, so that photo that I showed you, I think I've shown you it, this photo, that was taken when we went to do the visit. So then what we did was I printed it out, because just the other day we went to see them again. And before the show, I met Dick outside, just walking down, and had a chat with him. And that was great. And then we watched the show, and then we, you know, if you want, you can meet them afterwards as well. So we did, and we showed them it, and they were kind of, it's amazing how people like that sort of remember so many people and so many faces. It's just fantastic. So they were chatting to us, and we got another photo, this photo. And so that was great. So there you go. For those of you who've seen Dick and Angel and what they've managed to do, huge inspiration. A mate of mine said, you've got a man crush on Dick Strawbridge. And I said, I just think he's great. I think he's great. And I tell you what, Angel, if you listen to her backstory and how she ran a business, and she even went on Dragon's Den and got, you know, investment, I think it was from Deborah and Theo, even though she didn't then need it, but very savvy, switched on business people. Yeah, just a great story, great show. The kids were there. It was great fun, super to see them again, and yeah, I just thought I'd share that. So for those of you that have watched these sort of things, these sort of shows and what have you, they pretty much, there have been people who've done things previously, but never as big as that over here in the UK. So that was fabulous to do that. And I have to say, the chateau is every bit as great as you see it on TV. It was just terrific. Absolutely terrific. So there you go. That was the thing I wanted to share, was just how lovely they are, how great it was to go see them, to be invited and go see them in France at their chateau, and then come back, see them at the show and catch up with them and have a quick chat with them. It's just fabulous. Brilliant people. Love them to bits. Anyway, that's it, and I'm going to carry on now. I'll have to get the photos, put this in, stick this video up for you, and I will see you soon as we get back to actually fixing the escape to the Dream Chateau terraced house thing here. So I'll see you soon as we escape to the dream house. See you soon.